I'm going to use somebody's advice and do a video of my house. I had mentioned that I thought it would probably be a boring video, nobody would want to see, but I did have one of my YouTube subscribers, and I consider her kind of a friend. She's corresponded a lot to me and everything. But anyways, she assured me that it might be interesting to at least some people, so for those that are interested in it, I'll go ahead and show you the place. So this house was built in 1868, which was 28 years after the Trail of Tears. And if you've never heard of the Trail of Tears, that was when they marched the Indians hundreds and hundreds of miles out west to the reservation. And we are here, and they marched them all the way out here to the western reservations that they had. And a lot of Indians died. I mean, that was a real rugged, there was actually very little compassion for that, so a very rugged trek. Okay, we've already seen the kitchen. But, I'll show you my dishes all piled on the counter. Kitchen, and we've all seen the bathroom, but I'll step in here real quick. We'll get a quick glimpse of the bathroom. Now this goes into a walk-in closet, this little door here, and kind of like closet storage. I keep towels and stuff like that, and my shirts are hanging in here, and a few other things in the top shelf in the closet. And here we go to the bedroom. As you notice, I'm kind of rushing through some of these rooms because they're just really not that much to. And this is the spare bedroom, or guest bedroom. So whenever I have company, this is the room that they stay in. And focus. Well, what do we got here? Alright folks, I gotta get this thing cleaned off or something. It doesn't want to focus. Okay, back in focus again now. Alright, now we'll go upstairs. I always keep stuff on the steps until I'm ready to take a trip up here, and then I grab it and haul it up. That way I don't get too much exercise, you know. So anyways, up here, I put these shelves in here for bedclothes, and here we go with that focus thing again. I'm not sure what's going on with this camera. Whether it's a setting, I got a flashing light. Is it batteries? Now we're focused, light's still flashing. Well, I think the flashing light means it's recording, I believe. Well, anyways, we'll try to get through this. Okay. Bedding, and then here's a little closet on the side of the stairway. And I was going to redo this, I have never got to it, but the plaster fell off the ceiling, and it's dark in here so you can't really see, but it's kind of a neat little closet. And this is the first room you come to up here. We actually used to have, when I was a kid growing up and lived in here, somebody slept in this room. I believe it was my sister. I'm not sure. And then this room here, my brother and I slept in. We had a mattress on the floor over here. This is like a center room, and I know it's dark in here, kind of hard to see, but kind of get the idea. And then this here was my aunt's room, and the other one on the other side was my other aunt's room. But now this is currently storage. And now these rooms up here kind of neat. That's a step up into this room because this part of the house was actually built on later. It wasn't built on when the original house was built. And I hang my coats, and it's where I keep my back files and all kinds of storage stuff and everything. And then this little door here, which is only comes up to about my belly. This is my attic. And let me get the light on so you can kind of see in here. Let's see if I can feel it. I can't feel it. There it is. This is the attic. And this was all open rafters, and I actually put flooring in here so I could use it for storage space. And this is my friend Patrick's storage for his, he's got some collectible items in here. So that's that part. And there's one more room up here, and that be my library. Everything's a mess because this year I just really did a terrible job of keeping up with things. So in here I've got books all over the floor that I had started on my sort and I hadn't got finished sorting them. But anyways, this is my library. I like this room too. And at one time I had set this up as a bedroom, and this house didn't really have closets in there, so I built like a sort of a closet type thing for clothes and stuff like that. I got some of Grandpa's old things in here and some collections in here. And years ago I redid this old school desk, refinished it and painted it and everything like that there. And then I set it up as a display, and there's an old antique lunchbox and the old books, and I got the old inkwell and ink pen, Bakelite ink pen and stuff like that. And so this is the library. Okay, now let's go do the dungeon side of the house. Almost forgot a room. There's a little washroom here. This is a room that I kind of fixed up cheaply. I used some leftover paint, and I had like, I don't know, 8 or 10 different colors of paint, and I just mixed them all together and it came out to be this color. So it's kind of a neat color actually. Come out alright. And so then I refinished that. Let's step into the office for a second. You've seen me video from the office a few times. This actually used to be a small little porch built on, and the porch actually went to about where the edge of this chair is, right here is about how big that porch was, and then it went to just about where the edge of that cabinet is. That was the size of the original porch, and I decided I wanted to build it on and make it bigger. So I included, this used to be an outside cellar entrance, so I included this cellar entrance into the to come inside the office then. This thing, I really would like this camera to focus. I really don't know what to do. I'm going to have to get the book out and actually read, I guess, for a while. So, and anyways, when I built this here, I decided, or after I built it, I decided to go ahead and put my pantry in here. It's getting a little bit bare, but that's my pantry. See, there probably would have been a better time for me to have done this video, because actually right now I'm kind of behind on like everything. So, but we'll go down here. I've already been down to this side with you guys before. But we'll go in here, and down here is where I had done a video where I worked on my furnace inducer blower. But so that's the furnace and all that kind of stuff. And this right here is an old, I believe it's an old butcher's table. It's still the original table. I've never done anything to it to fix it or anything like that there. And it's kind of a neat big old thick slab of wood, heavy. But it's got moisture and whatever going on with it. But and at some point somebody painted something on it, so it's got a paint ring on there. That sort of sucks, but you can see all the knife marks, or at least I can see them. I hope you can see them all right on here. But yeah, that's from actually cutting. You can see them right along here from butchering on there. And then this is an old antique dry sink, and that too, this house used to be rented out, and this here was something that somebody painted on a lot too. Something I thought was neat on it, this here's got leather door pulls on it for opening the doors. It's got metal hinges, but it's got leather door pulls, so I thought that was kind of interesting. And then this is just a hand whittled latch. This thing's old, very old. And this is a chimney, and the chimney got plugged up on top. kind of too bad because this is a really nice chimney. It's got clean out at the bottom and all that kind of stuff. And something I wanted to show you, you know, everybody's, or I don't know if everybody's seen them, but I imagine a lot of people have seen these old Michigan basements. You got a wall here and it comes up to a shelf, and then you got your support wall. And but this is neat right here. This wall is not like that. I've never seen one like it before in this style of a basement. That's just a straight wall all the way from top to bottom. It has a bit of a lean out to it, but it doesn't have that shelf. So this in here, woodchucks don't even come into that one. This in here, if that shelf isn't plastered in like this one is, woodchucks actually burrow underneath the outer wall and up into that wall, and they ruin your foundation. I know that from personal experience. Alright, now this door here goes into another portion of the cellar, which is dark, so I'm going to go around and show you the other way to get into the cellar, and we'll see it from that side there. And that'll give me some more stories to tell too. Okay, this door here I put in here. This used to be actually a window. And let's peek out here for a second. When you opened this door, you was actually on another porch, in another porch. And I put that wall there and closed this all in. And the reason I did that is what I end up, when I closed that entrance in, is I ended up with somebody could actually come in this cellar entrance and get into the house, even with the house locked up. So this in here is now closed up. So in here, I'm running out of breath. In here wound up being a little cubby hole, and I put my little chest freezer in here, and then I got some shelves in here. Got some more shelving to put in here for food storage or whatever, and just a little chest freezer. And then this here is a cellar, what I call the cellar entryway, and it's just another little tiny room. When they built this section of the house on, they made this little entrance out here for some reason. It's kind of neat. I really like the walls in here. It's old plaster. I like old things. So, and then I also use this for storing all my lanterns. I've got all kinds of lanterns in here, and different things like that there, and my snow shovel, and my canning pot, and it's where I keep seeds for the garden and garden fabric and just whatever. And so then in this door, this actually takes you down then into the other half of the cellar. And this is a dirt floor. This is the original. This is under the original part of the house. So this is the old original basement that was made in 1868. And you can kind of tell it's got a look of older to it, the way the stone is, and a little bit shallower stub walls and all that kind of stuff. And of course I modernized it when I moved here with electrical service and more modern pump and bladder tank. The original tank was this big steel non-bladder style pressure tank, which some people do swear by those. And this is where I keep potatoes and squash. And I do need to get some potatoes, and I do need to get some squash. And, looks like my potatoes have sprouted, so I might just use those for planters for this year. Potatoes got to stay dark, and they got to stay at a certain moisture content. Yeah, these are all sprouted, so I guess I won't worry about that then. And they got to have the right humidity and no light. And I thought I had that, but apparently it didn't work out. So, and then I had some squash in here. Yes, I got squash. And I wanted to take a squash up. There's a good old squash from the garden. Now that lasted good. So I like fried squash. So I'm going to take that up, and that'll become part of my meal here one of these days. Yeah, that squash stored really well, actually. I'm surprised. And then here's that door we seen from the other side. And I'll just go ahead and we'll go right around and up through this way then. And this shall conclude my little video tour of my house. See if I can go up the stairs without falling this time. So, no promises on this video. I'll put it together and see what we got. And probably go ahead and post it. And if somebody wants to suffer through it, they can. If they don't, kick that bugger off. Thanks for watching.